Hello, Phil here from Authentic Vocal and welcome to another video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the fully authentic vocals that we're just about to listen to and that you enjoy the analysis as well. So on the agenda tonight, we are going to be taking a look at Sierra Ferrell, and this is the first time that I'm taking a look at a performance by Sierra, so we will get her up on screen. As always, the link to this original video can be found in the description below if you want to listen to it the whole way through without me interrupting and analysing things. But let me just play it from the beginning, see what happens.
Oh my god, I'm tuning the wrong peg. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm just going to jump in here. In case you don't play the guitar, Sierra just said that she was tuning the wrong peg. Basically, on your guitar, you've got pegs at the top, the machine heads, as they're referred to as, but you turn those to change the pitch of the string, to tighten the string to make it go higher, to loosen it to make it go lower. And if you're turning the wrong one, it means you can be turning it endlessly and you're making one of the other strings either really tight or really loose, and you're hitting the string that you're not actually affecting with the tuning. So she was just saying that she was doing that. So they're getting ready to do the song and she's either detuning or tuning up the wrong string. I love that kind of thing is just kept in, because that can happen if you are not really concentrating on what you're doing. So yeah, that was great. Just let it play on. And by the way, what a cool vocal that was that just came in. But I was just about to say about the guitars and the technical ability we've got going on here. As soon as they started playing here, you could see from the way that we've got flat picking that there's technique going on. You can hear it, the way that we are bouncing with that root note that keeps that rhythm moving forward. But yeah, that vocal was really cool when it came in. I am going to get the pitch monitoring software up on screen, because take a look at this with the D5 that came in pretty much spot on, ever so slightly below that D5. But take a look at this as well, the A4. And by the way, this is the kind of performance that is absolutely live, and editing this, if you were going to try and tune this vocal, you would have to go down the route of isolating the vocal, tuning it, and then putting it back in the mix. So yeah, you'd have to do quite a lot of work. And even though I know that this is really accurate so far, it just sounds like a totally live vocal. It is a totally live vocal, but I'm saying about not having any editing going on to it. Look at this vocal. How, ever so slightly sharper the F sharp 4, ever so slightly sharper the E4, but this is super accurate. I know people say, oh, you're saying it's super accurate, but she's not on the lines. I'm talking about this being a natural voice. Just listening to it and try to ignore the graph. She is matching frequencies perfectly here. And here, I know here we're slightly sharp, but look at this E4, bang on, and then we came down slightly flat of the B3, and then we did actually recover back up to that, so it was just under for a split second. Oh, that was just a little hum. Oh, this is great as well. Take a look at this. Just ever so slightly below the F sharp 4, and then we came up and pretty much touched that F sharp 4 perfectly. When I'm saying about singers that have great pitch, Sierra already is a prime example of this, but also you'll notice how we're not actually directly on the lines of A440, consecutively or kind of all the time. And when you're looking at a vocal that has been kind of tweaked and tuned, you will start to notice that it is over the lines all the time, or on top of the lines. But here, it's so close. Again, that just allowing that slightly sharp of the D4, slightly even sharper of the D4, but really, really accurate here.
Won't you sit down? You know I love you.
Oh, listen to the way that she just slides up. See, well, here technically the D5, but slightly below the D5, and here the B4 as well. Really accurate just below, here just below, just sharp of the F sharp 4. What I'm going to do is actually take the pitch monitoring software out of the equation, listen to this and how spot on it sounds. And this is why when you calibrate vocals to A440 standard pitch equal temperament, they sound weird, because this sounds perfect. Have a listen.
Won't you sit down? You know I love you, honey, and you look so tired.
We still got that bit of expression in there. With the, you could hear that this tired, it was just a little bit sharp of that D4. I'll let that play through again.
Honey, and you look so tired.
Oh, tired. It actually was more of having a little bit of vocal fry in there as well. Obviously, I've got a guy's voice, so my vocal fry I won't sound the same, but again here, take a look at this slightly sharp of the F sharp 4. And when you're talking about a voice that is this accurate, these are the notes that are the resets. These are the ones, even ever so slightly flat here, these are the ones that are giving you this natural ebb and flow to the vocal from that pitch perspective.
I know it's hard, we're thrown into this life. One day we must.
Again, that is great. Changing pitch now really quickly, but still really accurate here. Ever so slightly sharp B3. Second time she came down was now flat of the B3 and then just ascended up a little bit. And I've said in other videos about when a vocalist is singing runs and they're coming down to the same point, they will more often than not be in a slightly different place when they do come down to that point. As is the case here, you won't be able to hear the difference, but obviously we're looking at it on screen so we can see the difference. And here we go. Here's our, the proof is in the pudding of looking at pitch monitor lines and vocal lines on screen. We get a classic reset here between an F sharp 4 and a G4. That's the kind of thing that when you're looking at a tuned vocal, that kind of thing gets nudged either way, like depending on the melody of the song, of course. Listen to the freedom here as well, between notes again.
But that river will flow on.
Wow, look at this. Again, reset here, between notes, ever so slightly flat here. Ever so slightly flat here, but then we came down, ever so slightly sharp, but then nailed F sharp 4, pretty much nailed, you could argue a little bit sharp, E4, slid down and nailed the D4. Really, impressive.
Even after we're all
And then, slightly sharp here.
long gone, yes, that
And really cool reset here again.
river will flow on.
And I know that I'm not mentioning, I already have, about the guitar and the classic jump that you get when you're playing a C and you're jumping between the A string and the low E string. You change to the G, go from the low E to the A, and you're alternating all the time, giving that bass line sound to it. And it's very much the country way, but flat picking it means that rather than taking your thumb and alternating with that root note of the chord, but also the bass line, because obviously if you're playing a C, for example, you'll be playing the C as the root note of the chord, but then coming over and maybe playing the G with the thumb, alternating between those two, and playing the G, the B, the high E with your fingers if you're playing fingerstyle. But if you're now doing this with flat picking, it means that your pick has got to cover all of that distance. So Yeah, I mean, this is really cool from a guitar perspective, the way that we've got both of these guitars blending together, but playing some technically difficult stuff. But I mean, this vocal is really, really impressive to look at.
Won't you take me with you before I'm one?
It's so cool to see the accuracy and then the resets. But when you're listening to this, I don't think you're necessarily going to appreciate that resets are happening. I say resets, that's when you're looking at the vocal, because it just sounds spot on for the whole performance. But there's a difference between sounding spot on for a whole performance and then looking at a vocal that has been tuned in places. So let's play on. I think this is now going to be more of an instrumental section. And look at that. So the right hand here picking the root note of the chord, going into the rhythm, hitting the higher strings. Instead of using fingerstyle, using the other fingers to play those strings, playing the root note, getting the rest of the chord, root note, getting the rest of the chord. Have a look at this hand. Just those little movements down is where we're getting the chords in between those notes, that kind of running bass line.
There you sit, you're so alone and quiet.
I mean, this is such a unique vocal tone as well. And this vibrato that she's got, let's just have a listen to this again.
You're so alone and quiet.
No, it's a really, fast but shallow vibrato when we're talking about pitch. We are not covering a lot of pitch here. And another great example of a reset. Really accurate here, just slightly sharp over the top of the E4, the D4 as well. Slide down, really accurate to start with. And then this vibrato just between the notes, really cool.
Well, I can't help but stare how I love you and it just ain't fair.
Yeah, so I know that I'm referencing a lot of other videos that I've done where I'm pointing out tuning and how you never get a held note with a tuned vocal. I think probably most likely producers, when they are looking at things in detail, they'll see this kind of thing and they just can't leave it alone. They can't leave a held note between the notes that they know are what are in tune. So this kind of thing, and look, we've got it here again and then kind of slightly flat here, and really cool to see this. And it's great to be able to reference this kind of truly live performance so that you guys can start to get used to what a really accurate natural vocal looks like, the fact that it still is going to be between these lines.
Walk down the river with even after we're all long gone.
You're really cool. Again, G4, absolutely bang on. Slightly sharp, bang on. And after, we went back to the G4 for a split second, but this time we're slightly sharp of where we were. Like I said, when singers do vocal runs, they go back to the same point. More often than not, it's going to be ever so slightly different where they place it. You won't be able to hear it, but you'll be able to see it. Look at this flow. Great.
Won't you take me with you before I'm gone?
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm stopping this. Yeah, and you guys can go and watch the whole performance. It's in the description and just enjoy it. But I love hearing this kind of thing, the flow that we get in this vocal. And it doesn't matter that we're, between a D5, D sharp 5 here, between the B4, C5, between the A4, A sharp 4. Because listen to it. It's all about the sound. I mean, it just gives it a different personality because we're floating sharp of the notes or of the melody that it is. And you already know the notes that are being sung, but we're getting a different expression to those notes because of where they're being placed ever so slightly sharp. again, take a look at this. Between. Between, but still sounds great. And there we have it. Oh, there's just going to be applause at the end. So, what a cool performance that was. Not only from the guitar, the playing perspective, but the vocal. Just a unique sound, unique tone. You know, really subtle, fast vibrato in there. Just floating up to notes in that really clean kind of head voice sound. It all sounds really nice and connected. And yeah, kind of accurate, but when you look at it on screen, loads of contradictions in there. But yeah, without kind of looking at the pitch monitoring software, it's just one of those performances that you can go and enjoy. And yeah, I really encourage you to do that. Like I said with tonight's video, the first time that I've looked at Sierra as an artist, and yeah, it was a great performance, fully live performance, fully unedited performance. From, you know, the vocals, the playing, and just having a vocal that's got a natural pitch to it and natural variation to it is refreshing to listen to. So there we have it. Thank you guys for watching this vocal analysis video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one.